Back to another episode with Mystic Scales and Fae Tales Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jennifer.
And I'm your other host, Lee.
And we are a romance, dystopian, and fantasy podcast. So welcome if it's your first time. Welcome back if it's not. Today is a mini episode. So we do 2 long-form episodes every month, which are over an hour long. And we do some mini episodes that are 30 minutes long. They're like short and sweet. And we have been doing a very exciting Ali Hazelwood mini episode series. I don't know if you joined me.
Which we're almost done with, which is crazy.
We have today's episode and then only one more, and then we've read all of Ali Hazelwood's publishing, which is insane.
So wild. Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Yeah. Wow, what a journey.
We started in August, and now, we'll end in March. And what a journey it's been. Thank you all for listening. If you have been here the whole journey, if it's your first time, welcome back. Not welcome back. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been listening to the whole thing, welcome back. And thank you so much for listening. We have read new Ali publishing as it's come out. We've met Ali as this happened. Mm-hmm. We've become best friends with her. She doesn't remember us now, but
it's fine.
Great time. So today we are talking about one of her last recent full-length novel. Because the next book we're going to read is one of her novellas. Mm-hmm. And that book is what, Lee?
Problematic Summer Romance.
I love the cover. I love how it's a little checklist. Cool. Like, problematic, yes. Summer, yes. Yeah. Romance? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Question mark. Mm-hmm. So this is her first, I guess this isn't her. No, yeah, I was going to say this is her first, sequel or, same universe. But, Mate and Bride technically are that.
That's true.
But this came out before Mate.
Yes.
So, technically, this is the sister novel to Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. But it's definitely a situation where I feel like Mate you could read without reading Bride. You just be like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
But you don't need the whole whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, you kind of can't. You really shouldn't.
You can't.
You'll be you'll be so confused because it's so tied to Not in Love and all of the characters Not in Love that you just be like, who are these people?
Yeah, because we even noticed, there's kind of different characterization of some of the characters from Not in Love. Because you have a new perspective, right?
But it's a whole different view of Rue and Eli from somebody else from an outside perspective, for sure.
Yeah, but you still want to know and understand their story and their relationship to your main characters in Problematic before you go forward, for sure.
100% agree. And so I was really excited to dive back into this because Lee knows that Not in Love was one of my favorites that Ali did. So going back to the world Not in Love, I knew I loved it for a reason because I got to go back with Problematic Summer Romance. So that's just so happy. So Lee still read this before me because she read it when it came out. And I was very behind. I didn't get to Not in Love yet, so I had to wait and read it recently. But it's not that far. You read it in, June?
Yeah, I think I read it maybe even a little later than that, because I was supposed to read it on our vacation, and I don't think I did. But it's set in Italy for everyone listening, and we went to Italy, so we were like, yeah, this is going to be our book. If you know us, you know that we don't usually read physical books, at least not very quickly, so this one did take us a little extra time, so that's okay.
Yeah, I still ended up doing the audiobook in the end.
Oh my god, so true. It's okay. We got there, and we still loved it. I mean, you did like the audio, right?
Yeah, the Irish reader was really good, and I wanted to look him up because I was like, was he in the other Irish books we read? Because he sounded familiar, but I might just also got really familiar with his voice because it was, obviously a longer book. Yeah, I really like the girl who played Maya. At some point she sounded like what's her name from Summer I Turned Pretty, the main actress, Lola Tung.
Lola?
She kind of sounded like her at some point, so I was like, is this Lola? I was like, what's happening? But it wasn't. I looked up other books that she'd done I think, and I don't remember if any of them intertwined. But I liked her. Like, yeah, I really, really liked the voices they had in. It was similar to Deep End, where the male's voice
was doing
read.
his lines.
Yeah, actually, this is funny because it was like 2 days ago I was listening. I'm like, was every male voice his line? Or was just Connor's? I'll have to check back on that. Because I was like, when she read Eli, I think it was her, though.
It's funny when you, like, try to stop and think about it. And you're like, I don't remember. But I listened. This. Yeah. Because I have
Not even 2 days ago.
I'm listening to a book that I think it's the God of Malice series. I think the first one it's dual POV, and so they alternated chapters, but they didn't talk like the dialogue. But I think in the second book they are yeah. And I don't like the readers, but anyways, I kind of had to switch. I ran out of hours, so I had to switch to Kindle. So that's another story. Would you like to read the back of book ad for us?
Yes, Problematic Summer Romance. What is wrong meets what feels right in this romance set in Italy by New York Times bestselling author of Deep End, which they also put that here too. I noted that because in her older publishing, it was always bestselling author of Love Hypothesis. So I've noticed in the newer ones, they're switching to Deep End because I guess Deep End was really big. For me, all of Ali's books feel big, but I guess Deep End was like a standout, like a Love Hypothesis. So Maya Kilgore is 23 and still in the process of figuring out her life. Connor Harkness is 38 and Maya cannot stop thinking about him. It's such a cliche it almost makes her heart implode. Older man and younger woman, successful biotech guy and struggling grad student, brother's best friend, and the girl he never even knew existed. As Connor loves to remind her, the power dynamic is too imbalanced. Any relationship between them would be problematic in too many ways to count, and Maya should just get over him. After all, he has made it clear that he wants her gone from his life. But not everything is as it seems, and cliches sometimes become plot twists. When Maya's brother decides to get married in Taormina, she and Connor end up stuck together in a romantic Sicilian villa for over a week. There on the beautiful Ionian coast. I'm sorry, Italians. I feel so bad. Between ancient ruins, delicious food, and natural caves, Maya realizes that Connor might be hiding something from her. And as the destination wedding begins to erupt out of control, get it? Erupt. She decides that a summer fling might be just what she needs, even if it's a problematic one. And I will note, her author note is exciting because it's once again for Jen, the only one who asked for this. Happy birthday. I made them extra messy just for you. Clearly that's her friend, but I'm named Jen, so that made me...
And you did meet her,
very
and
happy.
You are friends.
Sure. Every chapter has this beautiful, like, flower coming down above. And I did the audiobooks. I didn't know this, but throughout the physical book, they have the countdown for how many days.
Oh, they don't say that?
I don't know that. They do. They say it, but I didn't know that it's like physically designed in the book of how many days for the wedding, and they have like lemons above it. So I think it's just really pretty that they did it. They packaged it like this. So let's get into Problematic Summer Romance. I loved this book so much.
I'm so glad.
Oh my god, because I love Not in Love, so I love getting to this one. Definitely was hard to swallow with this age gap.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to process.
I think that was like the biggest hump going into it. I think it got better.
No, she did a great job. She managed it well, and like him holding back for so long and all of his reasons and everything was great. And like I'm like on a personal note, I'm in an age gap relationship. I'm not in this big of an age gap relationship, so this is like double my age gap. So like it was a little hard to swallow at first. Like I but I think that she did a great job with him like not really remembering her growing up at all. Like he just like didn't notice her, didn't whatever. So like that helped. I think that if he did notice her growing up, it would have been a little creepy.
Yeah.
And I think, like, them, just in general, the story is really, like, sad and beautiful, the way that, like, they had their on and offs. But I think that also that having that, like, that many years of talking and just talking, I think also helped with the relationship. That made it more like, okay, I see this.
Yeah.
Not
Also,
that we
like,
judge anyone with age gaps. Like, totally
No.
do your own thing. It is a little hard to swallow from this, like, when you're not in that headspace, I guess.
Especially, like, having been, you know, like, a 23-year-old woman, like, just trying to put yourself back in that mindset and, like, what it would be like is a little wild. Or, like, I don't know. Even thinking about it now, just being like, there's no way in hell. But
yeah, because when I was like 18, I think I dated someone that was much older than me, but they weren't 38 though, but they were like 6 or 7 years older, and even then I felt it. Or maybe I wasn't 18, I think I was like almost 20. But like you do, because like they, especially with when they talk, it depends on how they are, I think. But like the person that I had dated, like no shit to them, they were very nice, but like a lot of times when they would speak, it was like they were like, oh, well, when you do this, you'll learn this. And like, you're like, oh, this is like teaching, and I don't like that. But I've also seen, I've seen multiple age gap relationships where it's not like that at all. And Connor, I think, does a great job of like not being like that either.
Yeah.
Like, and she even says it, like, there's a point where she's just like, they have the wine tasting, and she jumps into different conversations, and all of them are closer to Connor's age. And they're talking about, like, I'm going to make it up, like a dentist or something else, and like all these things, and she enjoys that. And it's like, because it depends on who you are as a person. Like, if you're not that average 20-year-old or whatever that's caring about partying and all this stuff, like, you are more grown up in that sense, then you will relate to them. You actually feel outside of your peers.
She does, because I mean, she has such an awful childhood, right, that she did kind of grow up outside. And then when we meet her in this book, like, it's through this awful college experience, and she's already like separate from what they're doing. So it kind of like, it does fit, and it does make sense in the world of like her brother and Connor and everything like that. So
yeah, that's a great example. She feels like an outsider even with her friends in Scotland.
Yeah. And I don't know, I liked their like introduction, because it kind of like, even though like, yeah, he did know her and he did like know Eli for so many years before that, it was almost like he was meeting her like for the first time, like
that's what
as
it felt
this like young adult. Yeah. So I thought, I agree with you about him not remembering her or being like, that wasn't creepy.
Yeah. I appreciated it. So I loved the way that they met for the first time in Scotland. Thought that was so ingenious that he showed up. I think I immediately texted you though, and I said, he cannot get to Ireland in 3 hours. I had to like rewind it to like make sure 3 hours. And then they were like, he was to Scotland 3 hours. And they were like, oh, he was in Ireland. And I was like, okay. Thank you. I appreciate the clearing up the air, because I would have been very angry.
Yeah, that would have been, there's a lot of things in this book that are a little unrealistic, but that would have been just the start of it all.
I think Ali does a great way of being like, he's rich, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So like anything that we feel like is unrealistic, it's like, they're rich. That's how they do it. That's how it happens. You know? It's just, they're rich. I was like, okay.
They're
love
rich
that.
and they're geniuses. Yeah.
It's fine. Honestly, I was more rooting for her because I was, for Maya, because I was like, yes, get your bag, girl. Like, secure this man who's going to make sure that you have the best health insurance for the rest of your life. Why not?
It's true.
It's
true. Yeah.
I love, one of my notes is, Connor is Irish. Yes, Jen. Thank you for writing that down.
Well, I guess he could have been Scottish.
Or what did she say? Germanish, for when they have we'll talk about that off our appearances. I think what I liked about this one was a little bit more of a twist, was a lot of Ali's books, you know, like the he falls first and all this stuff, and she doesn't really touch on like the girl's feelings as much until like it develops in the story, but you could tell from the bat that Maya knew she was already in love with him and like pining after him obviously, but like fighting it, and I really enjoyed that. It reminded me a lot of like People Meet on Vacation and like those kind of stories where like they know they're in love with each other but they're not going to say it. And so I really enjoyed, like, that was different for Ali. It was different from like, oh, you're catching on to the man, and like this was more of a struggle of the man. Like the man's story was the struggle of him getting there, where I feel like with Ali's recent ones it's like both of them, or it's just the girl, you know, especially her earlier work. So I feel like this was a different take for her.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed, there's a scene where Maya is talking to her brother, and you expect her brother to be like, you can't do this, like, he's so much older than you, like, you're my sister, da-da. But he flips it, and he's like, you can't hurt him, basically. He's like, you need to be careful with his heart. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I did not expect Eli to, like, take that turn. But I thought it was great. And I thought it, like, put a different perspective on Maya. And I thought that was very different for Ellie, and it was very, like, refreshing.
I loved it too because it proved because she wasn't expecting that either, and it proved to Maya that like Eli does see her as an adult and respects her and respects her decisions, because like they have their little fight and you could tell their insecurities come out, like his insecurity of her like keeping things from him and like shutting them out and like leaving, and then like her insecurity of him like never taking her seriously. So and then like Connor calms them down so beautifully, but I love that he has to have the insecure moments, but they're gonna get past that because he like really does. He's proud of her. He sees her. He doesn't see her. He's not stuck seeing her like when she was 12. He sees her as what she is now. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I think that's a great brother. And
he's also like, I know we had some issues with like the end, but he doesn't push her, right? He's not like, you're a genius, you need to do something with this, like, what's going on. It's more like, what do you want out of life? Like, where's your head at? Like, it's okay to like take a step back and think about that and be honest with yourself and like be honest with us. Like, if you don't want to be the PhD person, like don't do it. And she doesn't.
By the end, she doesn't mean the end of the book. We had problems with Maya's choice in life because it just threw me off. Like I was like, really, you're like this genius who had all these internships, had all these lines, like whatever, is getting her PhD or has it, who knows? And then she just goes, yeah, I took a course to teach, and now I'm going to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, you took one course? Like, you should be going to entire schooling for this.
True. Yeah, you gotta go and you gotta like shadow people and, you know, have
She's
your
gonna jump into teaching elementary school because you babysit one child. That felt problematic to me, and that felt like you were young and dumb, because I was just like, you should. Yeah. I wanted like a little more experience. That's all I wanted. Like, can you just do an internship where you're out of school? Like, just like have some assurance that you're not gonna fuck this up.
Yeah, tell us like that's the new goal, and you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. That was where it was like Ali. I don't know. Like, she did something new, but she
that profession.
Yeah, she didn't do it all the way. You know, it's like, okay, you tried. But maybe next time, a little more.
Because it wasn't like she was going to become a science teacher, like in middle school or something, or like teaching physics. I would have been like, oh, great. But she's just like elementary school. And I was like, you took one course, and now you know it. No. Girl, no. But I did love, the whole point of it was that she's staying in Austin. And it's like, oh, yay. She's like, she found home. And it feels like home now. So how do you think of all of our characters, seeing all of this, like, seeing everyone from a different view? You know, we have Tisha, and she's engaged to Diego. We have Nyota, her sister, who's there, and is her best friend. It's her and Maya are best friends now.
Yeah.
And then we have Tamarin, who is Connor's stepmother.
Oh, right.
And then we have Avery. Obviously, we have Rue and Eli. And then, we have the hockey players, Paul and...
I don't remember.
Other man's name. And so, and then we have the housekeeper. And, of course, we have Tiny. And we meet Biddy as well. I was
Yeah. I thought she had a good cast of characters.
Me too.
I enjoyed them. Oh, yeah. And Manami and...
Oh, Manami. And Saul.
Saul. Yeah, I was like, what's her
And
husband's name?
Kiara, I think is the daughter's name, or Kimura, or
Oh yeah.
something
I
like
don't
that.
remember. But yeah, I did love Maya's friendship with it's Rue's best friend's sister. And she's a lawyer, right?
In New York City. She's a finance.
Yeah.
She's a finance girl.
So she's like helpful in Not in Love. And then she just like is there and like they can talk all the shit they want and they give each other a hard time and it's just great.
It's so great. I enjoyed the cast of characters. Like we mentioned in the beginning, I liked seeing the different sides of them. Rue is very much... I texted you immediately. I was like, who is this character?
Yeah.
Because like we knew she's socially awkward, right? But like seeing it from someone else's perspective, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
like they would read her like low voice, and they're like, yeah. So I got you a plant because I really enjoy watching you look at plants. Like that's how they read her, and I was just like, what's happening?
She's almost like you wouldn't like her. You'd be like if you read this first, you'd be like, why would I want a book about her? But it's weird because like you do like her.
But that's the point. People don't normally like her because they see her and they think that like she's mean or weird or whatever. They don't understand her.
Yeah.
So it's great because you do understand her, and then like all of the cast characters obviously understand her and they got to love her. Like the moment that they share, which I was referencing the plant thing of like when Maya and Rue like have their breakthrough, like Maya realizes like, oh no, Rue was just awkward and she just didn't know how to speak up and she was taking everything in but she listened and she actually like loves me and I love her.
Yeah. And like in the little things, like you see how much like Eli loves her because she like takes naps all the time,
or goes for walks without people.
So he's just checking on her. You and I were a little perplexed that like she would want this kind of destination big deal wedding.
It was a little interesting. But then once they explained it, when Connor was like, I own this villa, it just seemed like something they would take it, like they'd be like, sure, like why not?
Yeah.
Why not do something beautiful? And she loves nature, she loves plants. So like it did make sense like once they started like going through the story and then like seeing what they had lined up. Like it wasn't, even if everyone showed up, it still doesn't sound like it would be, it was still like 30 people. It didn't sound like it would be like this big whatever. Like it just sounded very simple, even though we never got to see her dress. But yeah, poor Rue. Oh my god, literally so much went wrong. Everyone got food poisoning. The volcano erupted. No one can get there. The dress was delivered wrong. What else? Like everything went wrong, and I felt so bad for my homegirl because she, like I said, I don't think that she would have even wanted this to begin with.
Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine being in her head, the stress. Like, you're just stressed reading it, and then imagining her. Just feel bad. But at least you know, like, she's surrounded by her people. Yeah. And, like, they're going to make the best of it. And they clearly do.
And I love when they go get married, and then everyone, when they tell everyone, they all betted on that, because they knew that would happen. I was like, that's how you know your friends and know you well. They knew you would just go get married. I was like, that's so sweet. And if you think about it, in the end, she got married in this beautiful place, and she got to go home with a dog. Like, she won.
She sure did. She definitely did. Yeah. Yeah, all around, like, it's a good, you've got the scenery is beautiful. Even, like, the villa, I was like, I just want to explore this place. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad, like, spoiler, but, like, Tiny gets lost.
Yeah.
But he's fine.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
But yeah, then they go to this beautiful place and the water, and then you get the whole journey of, Connor and Maya. And again, we have kind of like a time jump situation.
Which I think was done really well in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it took away from anything, and you really did want to, like, keep going and keep learning. And it kind of like, people we meet on vacation where you're, like, learning how they're falling in love, or, like, falling in love with them. which was sweet, you know.
And then she would like mix in the heartbreak with as well. That you'd be like,
Yeah.
well, why did they stop talking? What happened? And then when you
Right.
finally got to that like last conversation before, I was like, dang, Connor, you broke her heart.
Yeah, it was heavy.
Heavy. Yeah, it was a heavier book, but I appreciate that. I love that kind of stuff. How many crossovers did you catch?
Okay, so the one I remember the most is the one where they're like, she out to dinner?
They go to a pasta making class.
Oh, yeah, okay. And she sees this couple, and she, like, describes the guy, and she, like, can't place his accent. And I think you said already, like, she describes it as, like, German, and I was like, no, it's not. I was like, that's Lucas. And then sure enough, it's Lucas and Scarlett from Deep End.
And they become best friends because
They
she
do.
gets Scarlett's number because she told Lucas, like, put a fake number in, whatever. He's like, no, I'm going to put my girlfriend's number in because she wants to know how the story ends.
Yeah.
And I
'Cause
love
she's
that
like-
for them.
She's like using him to make Connor jealous.
Yes.
But, like,
super
they're-
jealous. Oh my God, that man is
they're-
insane.
But they're being so helpful, and it was so sweet in a way that, yeah, now she's got friends.
Friends that are all over the world. The other one that I caught is love theoretically is mentioned.
Oh, yeah?
So, yes. So, I had to, like, rewind it a little bit. I think there might have been another one, too. But, she interviews with Jack Smith. And she's talking to Connor about it in a flashback. He was like, how's the interview? And she's like, well, it was Jack Smith. And they mentioned that they got married, Jack and
Oh, Elsie?
Elsie. They did get married. And she actually, I think the internship that Maya went to was for Elsie or something like that. Like,
Cool.
she did, it was the Switzerland thing. So yeah, they mentioned Jack Smith, and I thought that was really great. Love theoretically. So I caught that one. And I think there was another one, but I honestly didn't know if I caught it. Because, like, they mentioned all these, like, scientists and these people, and you're like, okay. And then you're like, oh, wait. Those people we
Yeah.
know.
Now that you... Yeah, I think there is at least one more.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't remember. I read it too long
All
ago.
connected.
But yeah,
yeah,
we do
because she's
love.
a physicist, so it made sense that it connected back to Love theoretically because they're physicists. So all of that made sense. And then in Love theoretically, they very much made it sound like it's a small world for physicists. So I
Yeah.
appreciated that.
What did you rate it?
I think I rated it. I probably rated it high, like maybe like in between 4 and 5. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoyed this one. This is like if they did Not in Love and then this one for like TV, I would be so happy because they can do 2 seasons, you know. So it's like or 3 if they want to stretch it out. So like I don't know. I just love these characters. They're like my little comfort characters now. I love them so much.
I love that. I think, well, because you were reading it so fast and like you were texting me, and I was worried that you weren't enjoying it, I think. So I'm really glad to hear that.
No, I was. I think like I said, it was a little hard to swallow with everything, and then it was just really sad. Like this whole
Yeah.
like that because that happens. It's so relatable that like you talk to someone for so long and then suddenly they're out of your life, and it's like what the hell? Like that meant so much to me. So it's sad.
And like, yeah, sometimes they don't come back. Like you don't get that closure or that understanding, and it's like a weird, like you just kind of like sit with this, what did I do? What did they do? Like, and it was so abrupt too. Like you said, they talked like every day for like hours and like knew each other in such an intimate way. And even if like they weren't anything romantic, like they were best friends. And then to just lose that's heartbreaking for anyone.
And I
So.
love that when he went on the date with Avery, he got drunk and cried about Maya. I was like, dude, come on.
I do love
What
that
did you
too.
rate it?
I rated it a 5.
Yes! Okay. It is. It's that good of a book. I 100% agree.
I know. I'm really glad because like it being posed as like an age gap romance, like I feel like that's such a big, like, I don't know, like, am I gonna like this? Am I gonna like feel for this? And I think she just did such a good job. And I don't know if I'll, like, search for that in future books, but
Yeah.
She set a standard for me, at least. So that's good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we'll see what she does next. Like, we've done a lot of... This is our
So
last
true.
full length so far, we've done a lot of different tropes. So it's whatever... She hasn't touched pregnancy once.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, I guess.
Oh, man.
So we'll see. Do we have a Friends to Lovers? Yeah, she maybe hasn't done a lot of that.
No.
There you go.
I think she's too rooted in her enemies, her nemesis.
Nemesis.
She's good at it.
Forced proximity. This is forced proximity too.
I saw a book being listed. I don't remember the book, but one of the like
Trophies.
bullet points was instead of like one bed, it was one bathtub. And I was like, what does this mean?
I would have been like, isn't there normally one bathtub in a hotel? Why does your hotels always have two?
Why is this a draw?
Rooms?
Right? What's going on?
Like, you don't have to also shower together. You can shower one person at a time, so I'm confused.
Right. Like, normal. So
Okay.
I don't remember where that was or what that was, but that stood out to me.
I think the only thing that I want from this book is I need Allie to let me know what airline she flew all the pets on.
Oh, so true.
And quickly.
And Tiny is huge, so how did he do it?
It sounds like she was like in the plane with him too, not like he was under the plane.
Yeah.
So either Eli put out money or
could be.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, so
So
true.
that's a wrap on Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, our last full-length novel to review. Next, on our final episode of the as Ali Hazelwood series, for now, until she makes more, will be Bound, which is her novella that came out on Spotify this year. She is doing another like self-publishing thing. We haven't gotten access to it yet, so like when we figured out how to read that and all that stuff, we'll eventually review that. And probably read the other authors because we like them too. So, yeah, that is exciting. Stay tuned for our next mini episode series. It's going to be a big deal. We have a really cool lineup next after Allie. Actually, before we get to that series, we're going to go back to, which I'm not naming, we're going to go back to Dream Harbor and finish up there because we have Gingerbread to review and we're going to have Daisy Flower Shop to review. And then we'll go to our new mini episode series that will last a longer time like it does now. Check out our book club on the app Fable. You can look up Fae Tales Podcast, Fae Tales, whatever, we come up right away. We have our main one and our side quest one. Our side quest one also will focus on the series we're going to do in the future. Right now it's some like one-off books that Lee's reading, which is fun. And our main book club is in the Grishaverse currently. So Six of Crows, the duology, Shadow and Bone, all of those. And check out our reviews for that here. And join us if you want to reread or read with us on the app Fable. Let us know your thoughts on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Let's hang out, let's chill, let's discuss. And let us know what you think of Problematic Summer Romance. Please. And we hope you're reading a good book. Happy reading.
Happy reading.